In this video, we are going to go through a plan to drop as much body fat in 8 weeks.
Oh.
Trolley in the river. Straight in the river.
You're right in the river.
So these are the type of results that you could be getting in 2 months if you get the work put in now.
Point number 2 is exactly what I'm doing right now. Point number 3 is, but towards the end of the 8 weeks, that's where it's the flip of that.
Right, what's going on? So it is about 6:15 in the morning. We're just on the way to work. I'm gonna go get some steps in because it's a rest day, and I like to put more steps on the days I'm not going to the gym, just because I've got more time. Fucking simple as that. Just check my hair. In this video, we are going to go through the 8-week plan to drop as much body fat in 8 weeks. This is very fresh in my mind at the moment because I don't know if many of you who watch the YouTube know it, but what I've just completed an 8-week fat loss challenge called Transforming 8, which was an 8-week fat loss transformation challenge with the goal of trying to drop as much body fat as we can. So it's very fresh in my mind, and what I wanted to go through today is 4 points that you can take into your own gym, diet, lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, that are going to help you drop as much body fat as you can in the next 8 weeks, whether it's you go to a festival or a summer holiday or a wedding or just summer and life in general. Will you be able to complete your transformation? Probably not. But can you get a good chunk of work done? 100%. So the first point is something that you'll probably know, which is a key part of weight loss, is what you're fucking putting in your mouth. That is such an important part of weight loss, and you probably know it. I'm going to talk through what I would recommend would work and what I've actually done with all my Transforming 8 clients. Off the top of my head, this is the type of progress they've made. So Haytham has lost over 12 pounds. I won't pull the photos up because they actually haven't asked for their permission yet, so I won't do that. Daisy's lost over a stone. Lauren has lost 7 to 8 pounds, which is mint. Charlie has lost I think it's 6 to 8 pounds. So these are the type of results that you could be getting in 2 months if you get the work put in now. And nutrition's a big part of that. First thing I would do is I would get my calories in check. How I would work on my calories if I wanted to aggressively lose fat in the next 8 weeks. If you know that you want to drop fat and you know that you're going to be a little bit hungry, but it's fine because the program's only going to be 8 weeks. You can probably go a little bit more intense, make a little bit more progress because it's only 8 weeks long. That's what I've been trying to do with all the Transforming 8 clients. I would take my body weight in pounds. This is just a rough target. I would multiply it by 14. Then I would take away 600 to 700. That's your calories now to drop roughly 1 to 2 pounds each week. That's what I would do if I was you. Yes, it's probably going to suck. It's probably going to be shit. You're probably going to be a little bit hungry. But like I said, this is just an 8-week period. We are trying to drop as much body fat as we can before whatever you're doing in the summer. So that's what I would do in terms of your calories. And then what I would do here is you don't necessarily need to track these calories each day. You don't necessarily need to use MyFitnessPal or any other calorie tracking apps. You can just track calories for maybe 4 to 5 days, something like that. And then you know what meals you can have to meet your weekly target, your daily target, sorry, if that makes sense. The only time I would ever say to anybody you need to track calories each day is if you want that flexibility. If you want to wake up and think, right, I want to eat whatever I want within reason. Obviously, eating McDonald's every single day is going to make you feel great. That would be class though. And you don't necessarily need to track calories each day because you've done 4 to 5 days of meals. You've tracked calories for 6 days. So you can essentially just pull from them meals and stick with them meals that you've had for the past 5 days for the 8 weeks. But if you wanted a little bit more flexibility, if you wanted a little bit more freedom to have a sweet treat and maybe go out for food and be able to track calories and stay on plan, then stick with that target and look to track it each day. And just some other considerations to have in mind as well, because we know it's not always about calories. That's where I think a lot of people go wrong, is to just think about calories when actually you want to be thinking about, do you enjoy your meals, do they keep you full, do they fuel your training, do they put your cravings at bay? We want to be thinking about all these stuff, right? Because we're trying to stick to this for 8 weeks long. Protein is a big one. People think protein is just something, lads who want to build muscle should eat. Everybody does eat it, just don't eat enough, and everybody should be eating a little bit more. So what I want you to do is to work out this. I want you to take your body weight in kilos, times it by 1.25. That's your protein target at the moment. moment. That's probably on the lower end, purely because most people are drastically under eating on protein. So if I say I want you to hit 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, that's you're essentially tripling your protein for the day, and you're not going to be able to stick to that. So start off with 1.25 times your body weight in kg, and then other than that, really, you will be set to go. That's all you really need to worry about if you were looking to drop body fat in the next 8 weeks in terms of your nutrition. Obviously, we're going to come on to more points in this video. There's a couple of other mistakes that you'll probably be making with your nutrition, but it's a little bit too long to be going through it on YouTube like this. So if you want to find them out, go in the description. There's a link to 3 more common mistakes which everybody makes with the nutrition, which keeps them overweight and out of shape. If you want to find out what they are, just click the link in the description.
Don't you just love to see this on your morning walk? Fucking trolley in the river, straight in the river.
Whose is that? Yours?
Yeah.
Who's a kick?
It's coming straight back.
Hey, you're right in the river.
Point number 2, trying to drop as much body fat as you can in an 8-week window, is exactly what I'm doing right now, and it is increasing your expenditure or your calorie burning. If we strip losing weight right back to the basics, it's manipulating energy balance to lose weight and force your body to adapt and survive to lose weight. So how can we do that? We can do point 1, which was eat less, but we can also do point 2, which is burn more. I would always prefer people to do that via a step target, because cardio is great and running is great, but I don't think regular people with normal jobs and normal stress can actually maintain that, and it's never a good recipe. And walking's got so many fucking health benefits. So what I would do is I would get my step goal in check. What I'd done with my Transform8 clients for the first couple of weeks is I asked them to send me over what their average steps were each day. So they went onto the smartphone app or Garmin Health, whatever, and they told me what their average steps were per day for the past couple of weeks. And then what I'd done is I just simply added 2,000 to that. I don't like it how people say 10k steps is like the perfect number, because it's not. Because if your average steps was 4,000 a day and I asked you to do 10,000 each day, guess what? You're not going to stick to it and you're going to give up. So whatever your average steps is each day plus 2,000, that's what I want you to be hitting each day. And what I like to do with people, which I don't see a lot of other people doing, I'm just walking into a fucking spider web, is setting a weekly target instead of a daily target. Because if we just set a daily target, that puts so much pressure on you to hit that step goal each day. But what if you have a busy day at work? What if you have a busy day with the kids? What if you have to work over? Like, these things do happen. And rather than just setting yourself up for failure, what I like to do with people is set a weekly target. So let's say your daily target was 7,000 steps once you've added 2,000 to it. So your weekly target would be 49,000 steps, I think. I'm going to be gutted if that's not the case. My maths is shit. But yeah, set yourself a weekly target. It works a lot better for most people that I've worked with. If you really want to, you can look into some cardio work, whether it's in the gym, on the treadmill or the Stairmaster. But honestly, at this moment in time, you're going to make really good progress just following step 1, getting really consistent with your nutrition, and following step 2, getting really consistent with your expenditure. Looking about like a fucking see if there's anybody walking so I can snatch this camera up. Point number 3 is how to actually track your progress properly. 90% of people don't know how to track the progress and they set themselves up for failure. What I would do is I would track your scale weight every single day. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to come down every single day. I wish that's how fat loss works, because I probably have a lot of happy clients, but unfortunately that's just not how fat loss works. Then at the end of every single week, I want you to calculate a weekly average. Then your weekly average is the only number I want you to have any connection to, any emotional connection to. If that weekly average is dropping by about 1 to 2.5 pounds each week, you are on track. You do not need to change anything. Some people can lose it a little bit faster, some people have to lose it a little bit slower. It depends on how we're genetically made up. As long as that weekly average is coming down, you're on track. You're dropping body fat, okay? As well as that, what I want you to do is what I've done with all my Transform8 clients is I asked them to take photos when we first started, and I asked them to take waist, arm and thigh measurements as well. Big reason for that is because scale weight does not tell the full story. You are not doing this to tell people that you are a certain weight. We don't walk around with our weight on our forehead. You are doing this to look and feel a certain way. So why would you not track how you look and what your measurements are? Because really, they're a lot more accurate. They're not going to come down as quickly as your weight. What you should expect to see in your first couple of weeks is big drops in scale weight and not big changes in measurements or photos. But towards the end of the 8 weeks, that's where it's the flip of that. You will see less drop in scale weight towards the end of the 8 weeks, but bigger changes visually and with measurements towards the end of the 8 weeks. So to summarise, I want you to track your scale weight each day, calculate an average at the end of the week, and then that's the number you want to base your, if you're making progress or not off. Then I want you to take photos every 2 to 4 weeks. So every week 2, week 4, week 6, week 8, and so on. And I want you to take measurements every 2 to 4 weeks as well. A lot of people will disagree with me with this one, but Mackey's coffee is criminally underrated, 100%. You can go to Starbucks, right? You can have a large black coffee, yeah? £4.90. What? It's fucking hot water and coffee beans. How is it nearly a £5? Go to Mackey's, can I have a large black coffee? Yeah, £2. That'll do. That'll do me. Taste test on the Americano. Oh, telling you right now, for £2.09, that is absolutely dot on that. Right, number 4, probably one of the more important ones, so I need you to strap in for this one. It's habit stacking. Whether you know it or not, the reason you are this overweight or this out of shape is a result of your behaviours each day. It's the stuff you are doing or you're not doing. So you're not drinking any water, you're not going to the gym, you're not eating protein, you are eating junk food, you are just going home and sitting on the couch, you are just putting your meals together last minute. It's what you're not doing or you're doing. It's what you're not doing or you're doing. So what we need to do if you want to drop body fat is we need to change them behaviours. We need to almost redesign your behaviours each day and do that in the form of stacking habits. So what I want you to do is I want you to pick 3 habits from your first day. So if you were starting this plan this Monday coming, what I want you to do is pick 3 habits that I want you to stick to on that first day. Some great ones would be drinking enough water. So aim for 2 litres of water. It could be to have 3 pieces of fruit or veg throughout the day. It could be to go on a 30-minute walk on your lunch break. It could be to not doom scroll on your phone before bed. There's loads of habits I want you to stick to. I want you to pick 3 habits that are going to directly, positively impact your fat loss transformation. I want you to stick to them on day 1. And I want you to do this for the full of the first week. Actually, I want you to try and stick to this Monday to Sunday on your first week. What I want you to do on Sunday is have a little bit of a recap with yourself. How has it been? Has it been easy? Have you stuck to it? If you haven't stuck to all 3 of them, I want you to try again for week 2 and keep trying that until you stick to them 3 habits. When you eventually stick to them 3 habits, I want you to add 1 habit to it. Your goals might have been to drink more water, not doom scroll on my phone, and eat 3 vegetables, fruit or veg each day. Then you might want to start walking 30 minutes on your dinner break. So you add that, and then once you're completing them 4, you do another one, and you just keep repeating the process until you're at maybe 6 to 8 of them. That's what I want you to do, and this is so important when it comes to dropping body fat, because you're going from not really caring about anything to all of a sudden being very meticulous with your nutrition and your diet and your steps and all that stuff. So it's going to take a bit of time to build them habits, but once you've got them, because you've built them this way, you'll be flying. Like I said, this isn't supposed to be easy, and there's a reason I actually haven't mentioned training, because as we know, training doesn't actually impact fat loss as much as we think it does. You can probably do what you're already doing now, whether that's going to the gym and lifting weights or doing a little bit of cardio. That's fine for now. So if you were sitting here right now and you want to lose body fat for the summer, take them 4 points on board. They're going to massively help you out with your motivation and your progress moving forward. But if them points are a little bit too vague for you, I understand that me telling you them is one thing, but you actually doing them is another. If you would like a hand taking them points and giving you a specific plan that's specific to you and your schedule, your starting point, your circumstances, everything is going to be bespoke to you, my one-to-one coaching would work really well for you. So I'll leave the link in the description where you can find out some more information on how we can take all of them points I've just said there with yourself, into yourself with one-to-one coaching. Or alternatively, in the description, there is a link to a free training program to lose weight and build muscle and get better at running down there. And there's also that video on how to stop making the 3 most common mistakes everybody makes with their nutrition. So loads of things to get your teeth stuck into in the description. And as always, thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next one.